Yeah, boom. Y'all know what's going on, man. Welcome to Raw Table Talk, man. It's your host, Big Hot. Got my co-host Dirt with me, and tonight
Yo,
we on some just general topics tonight. I ain't gonna lie. I want to start off by, what I'm saying. We got a shout out. I'm sorry. We got a special shout out to give, man. We went to the podcast fest in Atlanta, and we bumped into some parents, man, and they son Jameer. Out of Philly, man. Out of Philly, Jameer out of Philly, man. Salute to you, man. We appreciate you tuning in.
appreciate you for watching us, youngin.
For real, for real.
Tap
Man.
in if you ever on here, man. Leave a comment so we can check in on you, see how you rocking.
Most definitely. And if we, when we make it to West Philly, man, we gonna get at you. We definitely gonna link up with you, cause that's major. We tapping in all the way in Philly, y'all. So first thing I want to start off with, man, we gotta give a shout out to Uncle Jerry, man. My dog Jerry, done, you know what I'm saying, King Messi himself, man. My dog showed me my first pair of tatas. Also on live television, man. So if y'all out there, man, y'all got a shot cup or whatever, man. Y'all take one for Jerry, man. Rest in peace to Mr. Springer.
Man. Rest in peace to Jerry, man. I got a similar last name, and to this day, people, people that don't really know me, they call me that. They call me Springer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's not my name, but you know how somebody done been calling something for so long to where you just don't even feel like, especially if they older,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't even feel like,
Correct, man.
yeah,
Like,
man,
alright,
just
cool.
go ahead on, homie. You know what I'm saying? I let them have it, but it's one thing you gotta say about Youngin, man. Well, not Youngin, he an older fella. One thing you gotta say about him, man, he changed the culture. Like he changed daytime television.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But he
Sure.
also highlighted the negativity in our community.
That's what I seen a lot of people saying on Facebook. They saying like, "Damn, y'all keep to my rest in peace, Jerry, and this and that," and he really brought our community down.
What I can't say Jerry brought our community down. All Jerry did was highlight what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And for some, Jerry's show was enlightening because a lot of time when you in the midst of your foolishness or your foolery,
Yeah.
you can't really notice it until you watch it, until you see somebody that you like, man, we tripping.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
For
as
sure.
a people, he showed that we was tripping. I mean, it wasn't nothing that we wasn't doing.
Mm-hmm.
He just showed it. You know what I'm saying? I see. I had my niece hit me up probably about 2 weeks ago, and she was like, "Hey man, I need to know right now, man. Are you or my aunties or my mama or any one of y'all on Freaknik thing?"
I ain't gonna lie, I had to hit my pop or something
Yeah,
like that. Well,
yeah.
everything you wanna tell me.
Everybody, because it could potentially be exposed. And what happens when people go to those kind of events, man, people tend to take the Las Vegas type vibe. You know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type thing, man. So
Yeah,
a lot of times we need to be exposed.
most definitely.
You know what I mean? To assess what you need to do or to create a plan for change. You need to see kind of like where you at. And I think Jerry kind of like showed us where we was, you know what I mean, as a people, man. We been tripping, and it ain't stopped.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
negativity and we flock to that kind of stuff.
yeah. And even so, I did see, some of his kind on there too. You know, they did they fair share of duties and got their good hooking in. You know, it's just I really feel like he just okay. If y'all gonna do this for free, I'm gonna make a profit off of it.
Exactly, bro. He's just doing what he doing. What? Man, the news do it all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Man, and do you notice that the news always get the most uneducated, the most non-talking black person
Oh man, yeah.
and let them tell the story? Oh, he came out here and I fell over and I ran down and it probably moved that mic over there. Wolf.
It's right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's.
No, that one, this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He kind of like, man. He kind of like, I don't know, man.
Man, cause you got black people that get on there. And you got the lady who blew up. She kind of got famous for it. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, and we still say it to this day.
yeah, for sure.
So,
for
who
sure.
don't? Like, don't nobody get mad at them. And movies, I mean, some of your most favorite comedic movies are the truth.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can really see it. You know somebody just like that. You know what I mean? So I ain't really not. I ain't big on hating people, especially or knocking somebody for what they do.
Most
you know what I mean? If that's your lane, homie, that's your lane, man. Because to be honest, all of us got something that you know what I mean you could point out.
Yeah, yeah.
I just hate for how people just bash people when they you know transition to another life. You know, it's either what up, bro?
Yeah, got Uncle on there. What's happening?
You know, people transition to you know into the second stage of life, man. I believe people, and it's the same. It's the other spectrum too. You know how people, oh boy, that was my dog. I just talked to him and show a picture. I wish I would have told you. It's the same thing, man. It's just different spectrums.
Right.
Some people gonna speak good. Some people gonna speak bad.
And see, I'm glad you said that because there's been a lot of speculations going around about the King Von documentary that the YouTuber put out. And, you know, I personally feel like a lot of people feel, and not even just with Von, with dead people in general, they feel like, okay, now they can speak up and voice it because they don't really have to deal with the person coming back to counter what they're saying or argue or debate or even doing something to them, you know.
I feel that, you know what I mean?
I mean, because it's like, even with the Jerry Springer situation, people saying what they're saying about Jerry, but, and I guess the spotlight went on Jerry when he died, so maybe they didn't have the chance to say it while he was alive, or maybe they didn't want to. But it's more of a chance of a person, you know, are you talking about me? And, you know, addressing the situation. And not just with Jerry, that's just like in everyday life, people do that.
Well, you know, I think it's recorded somewhere. What Jerry even said, you know, hey man, you know maybe, but his intentions were. And see, sometimes, man, like if I go to swinging my hands right now while I'm talking and I accidentally hit you, it doesn't change the fact that I hit you. But my intention should count.
Yeah. Like, damn, Brian ain't mean to do that.
You know I didn't mean to do it, bro. So why is you know, putting on your tennis shoes and talking about get there and I gotta give you the one. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, man. I think people pick and choose who they want to be upset with.
True.
You know what I mean? And with the King Von documentary, the only problem I have with it is the access that it gives to an undeveloped mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's plenty of like younger kids watching that.
See, Jerry Springer wasn't advocating the killing of our own kind. You kill what I'm saying? So you look at the King Von. You know, you and I watched it together, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I was enlightened on a few things, but some things disgust me because, you know, on a platform like YouTube, where, you know, and nowadays when we was raised, bro, we ain't have phones and stuff when we was little.
Yeah, it's too easy to get access to that.
Yeah, it's too easy for kids to get access to it, and I seen I think the little fellow Wiz mentioned something. I don't want to quote what he said, but what he was talking about is how everybody's so quick to catch a body, but don't nobody want to get no money.
Yeah, like the new thing now is to catch a body. Ain't nobody really
because it don't cost nothing. So you think.
Right.
It doesn't cost nothing now. It's like Afterpay.
Yeah, you can buy it now.
Yeah, go on get it. And you can look good at the club, bro. When that stuff start coming out your
Every
account.
2 weeks they own you.
Yeah, they coming to see about you, man. So I believe that if we're gonna tell the story, let's tell the whole story. And let's tell how detrimental this could be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I think that with Jerry just, you know, gave him a platform to tell their story, and you could determine for yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Jerry had that like kind of like that agreement thing that was like, hey, now you come up here and you pop it.
What up, Pop? Well, I see Pop on there tonight, man. We finna get real sticky, man. What's up, Pop?
KK said, easier to paint a picture without the other person to defend it.
You know, that's basically, you know how when somebody tell you a story about somebody, I always tell, you know, it's an old saying, it's 3 sides to every story. Is what is your side, is their side, and then it's the truth.
Right.
Because perception is perception of a situation doesn't make somebody wrong. It's just how they saw it. You get what I'm saying? You and I can see the same fight, and we'll have a different story.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you look at the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, all rock with Jesus, but they tell the stories, but some of them highlight certain points, some of them don't.
Yeah,
You
for
see
sure.
what I'm saying? So it's just about perception, man. So how you perceive it, but you can't put your well-being or your learning capabilities or what you learn on somebody else.
Yeah. I recently turned to a firm believer of that, like, you can't expect people to view things how you view things, or push your beliefs off on somebody else.
And you know, we're gonna get into it later on tonight, but man, I don't believe my failures are someone else's mistake, someone else's problem, or someone else's fault.
Okay.
Because we all have a choice.
Yeah.
You know that two things you get every day is a chance and a choice.
For sure.
Depends on what you want to do with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Oh, shit, we'll take us in there with our first real topic, man. We just shouted out Jared, man. Long live Vaughn.
Oh yeah, man. We shout out to the young fella Spliff, free Spliff.
Yeah. Free Spliff, man.
So we
Little nonsense case, he'll be back real soon.
Yeah, so when Spliff came, Spliff had an acronym for his name. And while we was in the A at the podcast festival.
Somebody called it out, right?
No, I just called out what?
Like, somebody said the acronym, or did I mishear it?
No. I just was, just was thinking, and we was getting ready to do the pitch thing.
Dang, I was somewhere and somebody called out Spliff acronym. And
No. Spliff did it on the, I don't know who did it. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
But Spliff, one night when we was on here, we was trying to get Spliff to he put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Well, inspiration. So I like to give credit where credit due. I always thought that was cool. You know what I mean? I always thought that was unique, and it had purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So with Raw Table Talk, man, we want to have purpose too, man, and mean something, stand for something. You know what I mean? So we the Raw and Raw Table Talk. That's what you were talking about. The first topic.
Oh, well, no, but you can go and give him the, you know what I'm saying?
We'll hold off on that.
Nah, go and give him the gym now. We done came now. You gotta go.
The Raw Table Talk. the raw in it is real, authentic wisdom.
Mm-hmm. And it makes perfect sense. Because people get a lot of free game from these shows.
And then if you take the table, it's to allow blacks to learn everywhere.
That's where you mess me up at, because I ain't even hear about the table.
Yeah, I know it comes just while I'm here. Sometimes I just get downloads. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, to allow blacks to learn everywhere.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's real now. That's real now. So yeah, that's how we rocking, man. Raw Table is officially outside of the Reach One, Teach One, and we just gonna speak raw conversations.
We got a little part for the talk.
What it is?
So it's real, authentic wisdom to allow blacks to learn everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
To also learn kindness.
Mm.
So the Raw Table Talk.
Okay, I feel that. A lot of people don't really believe in kindness. We're in a cold world right now.
And I think that's been being pushed upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know how to deal with our emotions.
For sure.
So the normal thing to do is when you hurt me is to hurt you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So or when I'm hurt, to hurt others.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to make you feel good, but it doesn't. It just it just prolongs the process.
Right.
So kindness is something.
Yeah, they talk Aunt too clever, man.
What up, nephew?
Hey, he got it up there, man. Those jewels in there.
Yeah, man. So it's something that we gotta learn or relearn, because kindness is something that's given.
Facts.
What hinders our kindness is our experiences in life.
Mm-hmm.
And when we experience those things that conflict or the opposite or in contrast to our kindness, it kind of make us acquiesce to that, because if we experience a whole lot of times, we'll acquiesce to what we were around.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I want us to learn kindness again and be those kind of people, man. I got a confession to make. I was riding to drop my baby girl off to school the other morning, man, and I'm looking in the rear. I got my baby girl, I got my son, I got my granddaughter. We pushing.
Yeah.
And man, it's a truck like get right on me, like right in the back of me.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of that going on.
So I'm
Right?
like, man, what up with this fool, man? What they got going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like tap the brake, let him know, hey, homie,
I'm back.
I can't go nowhere. You know,
Yeah.
he like right on me. Like we driving down Monroe Street, he right on me. So long story short, just get mad, pull on the side, let his window down, shoot a bird, and before I know it, F you, that's what he's telling me. And before I know it, I was right back at him.
Yeah,
Then I thought about it, I'm saying, God, dog, I got my children in the car, I got my grandbaby in the car, but it's just me. You feel what I'm saying? So immediately I felt, you know what I mean, convicted a little piece. So as the day went on, you know, I'm doing my thing at the job, and I looked down and I missed a call from my daughter teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I banged back like, what happened? You know, I'm thinking baby girl might be acting out in school or something. They like, hey man, she just want to talk to you because she don't like when you get mad like that. She ain't never heard you use them kind of words, and she don't like when people talk to you. I was like, it kind of convicted me. So that's where that, and to also learn kindness. To where even though you having a bad day, homie, I ain't got to take myself out of myself to match your energy. You get what I'm saying? Because that's our culture now. I'm gonna match your energy.
Yeah.
Stay there, or I'm gonna give you what you give me, and that ain't really what I. Cause once I do that, man, I put myself in that line. See, I'm over here in the line for grace, right? Mm-hmm. And what he's doing or she's doing is in the line for retribution from from God or whatever. And if I act just like you did, I step out of the line of grace and put myself in the line of retribution too. So now it's just like, we was at the podcast. All them lines was long as I don't know what. Mm-hmm. I thought I had came up on something when I seen the Slutty Vegan and realized it was only for VIP.
Right, facts.
That preached a whole nother sermon. We'll talk about that at another time. But then when we did get there, bro, to get out, remember it was 2 lines in Slutty Vegan. Mm-hmm. To get out of one and to get in the other, thinking this one, all I did is just prolong my process. Mm-hmm. And now I get what this line get, and I don't even really want this.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, I think I don't know, man.
I mean, but see, I want to push pause on the point that you said too. Like, well, not even on the point. It's just like overall, you knew how to admit your wrong. Yeah. And move on from it. See, that's the thing with a lot of people. They stuck in one place because they don't feel that wrong, or they don't know how to face their wrong and deal with it. So that's like, I feel like that's like a step that you gotta take in order to get to the next level.
Well, see, people base right and wrongs off of feelings. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So at the time it may feel right.
Yeah.
Or at the time it may feel wrong.
Just because it feel right don't mean it's right.
For sure. Most definitely.
You know what I mean, man? I'm telling you, though. I tell anybody, man. Wrong things feel the best.
Always.
Wrong things feel the best sometimes, man, but that don't mean they're right.
That's kind of like that song, man. What she say? Good boys ain't they don't do no, a bad boy. Damn, I forgot the name of that song, man. Mr. Wrong, how you doing, son?
I don't remember how it go.
Yeah.
I could pretty much pick up the concept, But as people, as you elevate in life and as you mature, you should take on different concepts and different beliefs, and it should be trying to better yourself. Like one thing I can't stand, and I'm telling you, bro, is fellas my age still in y'all lane.
They ain't willing to learn.
It's not about willing to learn, man. You just can't let go yesterday.
That too. It's a lot of that.
Yeah, bro. I can't stand to see somebody, in your lane, bro, and you so engulfed in what these young cats got going on. See, if I'm invested in, I'm trying to give you game, bro. All my nephews, y'all are telling, bro. When I ball y'all, I'm saying, hey, man, we trying to elevate. You feel what I'm saying? Because I understand, man, that a lot of people gonna die in the wilderness.
Yeah,
it's a promised land over here that we can get to if you just line up. If you just be obedient, knock this off, put this on. We can get over here. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of times I see these older cats, man, they
used to us.
and not even that. They probably still got emotion. It ain't about that. It's about, man, knowing your place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's certain places in town I ain't got no business being, bro. When it's a bunch of ain't nobody my age.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? So
and not even just with age though. When your character or the person you're trying to become is growing, you can no longer be in certain environments.
exactly, bro.
No,
So
you gotta.
and it doesn't make anything wrong with what y'all doing. It's just for me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? My what I stand for can't contradict of what I do.
Yeah, most definitely.
So at sometimes with being real with yourself, that's you know, that's where we can transition to being real with yourself. You gotta understand who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know who they are. All they rely on is what, you know, people have told them, and that's why they stay in that lane, because this is where they got the most praise.
Yeah, most
you feel what I'm saying? You don't want to elevate to change, and man, I'm gonna be the first to say, man, that like my attitude was always my problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I got over it, but it just showed me I need to pray a little bit more, because I thought I was cool, you know what I mean, until I was presented.
Yeah, that test came.
Yeah, but now let's just say by me losing my cool, this could have been somebody foolish, and just they could have whipped out and aired out the whole car. Now I got all these people in the car.
Yeah.
And I gotta be able to control my emotions, because I have more people depending on me. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to live with if something would have happened just because I couldn't.
Yeah, and I
You
feel
shot
like,
a bird, so what, bro?
and I think that's like a problem with the new generation too. Like they don't think about who they're affecting with their actions. You know,
They don't think.
At all.
You gotta understand that their cognitive skills haven't always all the way developed.
true.
So they're rationalizing things on a what a pop say, he know his place. I know that's right.
Grandma
Pop.
said, "Amen." Yeah, she feeling this one.
Yeah. So you know, man, I don't know. You know, we can get off of that. I am man enough to say, man, I gotta be better. You know, I gotta do better. And once you, that's what I wanted to get to. Once you lose that feeling, I was watching a church that I watched, you know, sometime when I can't make it to my church, or even after my church over, I watched this little church, and man, they had a guest preacher, and he was saying, man, the topic of his message was, you thought you was feeling me. And he was saying, man, how we lost the conviction feeling in ourselves, to where even when we wrong, we don't even feel like we wrong. We lost that touch to know that, hey man, I might not should do this. We become numb to the fact that what we doing is okay, and knowing that it's wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But I thank God that I still got the feeling to even after that. And I know me. I'm ready to get wherever. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't right, but that's just who I am.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? But to have that feeling afterwards, like, and then it was the confirmation for my daughter teacher to call me, and it was bothering her, like, in school. You know what I'm saying? Probably hindering her from doing her work and doing, you know what I'm saying, what she needed to do. And that kind of touched me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely. That lets you know, like, you know, you really, you know, you got people to thank for real.
And it leads me to this point, bro. If you love somebody, you won't do nothing to hurt them.
That's real.
And if my change, if who I am or what I do or some of my actions affect you or hurt you, I love you enough to change that.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's how you need to understand about in relationships and in friendships and in partnerships, if our beliefs align. You know what I mean? If you care about me just as much as I care about you, if you down bad and you ain't got to ask, I run down and say, hey, man, what's up? What can I do for you?
Yeah.
But when I'm down bad, I got to run you down and all that kind of stuff to get some kind of help, and we ain't really rocking.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Most definitely. Yeah, they come natural. So to piggyback off, you know, you spoke on kindness. Mm-hmm. So let's speak on the importance of forgiveness.
Well, I wanna. Forgiveness is important.
It is.
Forgiveness is very important because we've all. I've said it a plethora of times on this platform of how I've given the example or the metaphor of how we box ourselves in with unforgiveness.
Yeah.
But what I want you to also understand that there's a difference between forgiveness and acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, well, one, let me see if I got this right. One is like, okay, truly being good on the situation, and one is just altering yourself to fit in with the situation.
Basically, forgiveness is this. A lot of people got the PPP loans. And for people that, for certain people, the loan was forgiven.
Yeah.
Okay, so the loan was forgiven. Do they call you back or do they email you later and say, hey, boy, you remember you got that check from me?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Or when things ain't going right at the PPP building, they call you and say, boy, you remember that time I looked out for you with that 20?
Right.
No, you never hear from it again.
Yeah, it's done. It's gone.
It's dead. That's what forgiveness is.
Mm-hmm.
Acceptance, on the other hand, is I accept the fact that you got that money from me, but I ain't forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't letting it go. Yeah, and at any given time, I throw it up.
Right.
So with forgiveness, is forgiveness important? Of course, forgiveness is important. LeBron said he loved himself enough not to put himself in a situation where he have to continue to forgive. And I feel where you coming from, Brody. But you can't control somebody else's actions. True. You get what I'm saying? See, forgiveness is not about allowing somebody to keep offending me. That's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is this. Forgiveness is, bro, I put that to the side. You'll never have to hear me about them $20,000 again. Mm-hmm. That's your PPP loan. That loan was forgiven.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I have to give you another loan.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I have to give you another chance to make me have to forgive you. So I get what you're saying, bro, but I just don't want nobody to
get a misconception.
I don't want nobody to misunderstand the fact that I put myself in a position to have to forgive. That's not it. With that person,
yeah,
or with that individual, with that situation, yeah, maybe I ain't going back to that no more. But then, life happens.
Yeah, and I feel like forgiveness is something you should really do for yourself, because, like you said, for number one, you put yourself in a box, and number two, you wake up on the daily and wondering why you having these random mood swings and why you feeling this way and that way. You don't want to talk to nobody. Granted, it may be other problems in life, but if you haven't truly forgiven the situation, it's going to always bother you. It's going to randomly pop up. It's going to always be a trigger for it. So you just got to really, find your way to be able to forgive for that and let it go. You like you tell me all the time, hey, you take in a lot of trash, but you'll never dump yours.
You don't never dump it, bro.
Yeah.
You'll never dump yours. And shout out to Ma Harry. Hey, Ma, how you doing? I appreciate you watching. That's one of my church members. That's one of the mothers at the church. I really appreciate you being on here. That's my baby. Me and her, we talk. We had real talk. We discussed Sunday school lessons and some more things. So shout out to you, Ma. And yeah, well, you ain't worded it wrong. Well, I just didn't want nobody to hear it wrong. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of times, I could say something, one thing, but you can hear another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But for what you were saying, what was your little point there just a minute ago?
I was saying, basically, if you go, forgive for yourself. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't do it for, any other reason, don't forgive because you want to continue to deal with a person or you want somebody else to feel good. Nah, truly do it for yourself.
Mama put me on right track. Appreciate you, my Harry. Mm-hmm. Forgiveness is this. It sets me out. It gets me free.
Yeah.
I'm no longer in this box. Remember I told you unforgiveness puts you in this box.
Yeah.
To where I put up this wall to where I can never be offended again. I'll never have to do forgiveness again. Right. Nobody's going to get that close to me again. But I box not only am I keeping you out, I'm keeping myself in.
Yeah.
But if I let this wall down, listen, I'm not bound to what you did to me because I forgive you for that. Now, I'm not going to let you do it again, but I know how to move around you now. I'm not gonna stay over here in this box though just because one person did something to me. I'll never experience what God has for me because I'm walking in fear now.
Yeah, you basically put yourself in a vault and you finna suffocate.
You'll die in unforgiveness, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, listen, man. I always tell you, forgiveness is like going to jail to visit the person that did something to you, and getting you a cell right next to them.
Yeah.
And so you can watch them suffer.
At the same time,
but you think that's what you're doing, but at the same time,
you
locked up, you bound.
You doing the same time.
You know what? You know what God did, and man, listen, bro. I'm so packed, bro. I tell people this, man. I've been knowing God all my life, and I've been considering myself walking with God for a plethora of years. But I would have to admit, I'll tell anybody this.
Mm-hmm.
January 28, 2023 was the eye opening, was the epiphanic moment for me to really know God, and know that, man. Because listen, with forgiveness, when it's on you, you want it right now.
Yeah, immediately.
Just imagine, bro. She won't let that go. I told her what it was, man. Or man, God, no, man, come on, man. You understand? You want forgiveness then when it's about you. When you go and stand in front of that judge knowing you dead wrong, you want mercy. You want forgiveness. But when them people say no, now they tripping.
Right.
But you, on the other hand, when somebody, you got to give it to somebody else. You want to see you want to be the judge, the jury, and the prosecutor then.
Yeah.
Until you are defendant.
Right. Yeah.
I think you gotta
It's a lot of people contradict themselves a lot with that. And then another thing I do want to say, I see we got some comments.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to forgive without an apology.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said this is what Kiana Patton said. Forgiveness is for me so that I can move on and for my inner peace. If I continue to deal with it, then that's accepting the other person's behavior. Basically what we were saying. See, acceptance and forgiveness are two different things to where I don't have to continue this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to continue, but I don't have any ill feelings against you.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Most
because I gotta consider myself. I've done things in my life that weren't always up to par.
Yeah,
and not just on a horizontal level, but on a vertical level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I've done some things that you know, if written down and we do the point system like they do when you go to court, I'd probably score out to.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's because of grace and mercy that I'm able to avoid that. And that same grace that was extended to me, if I'm gonna be an image of who I represent, I need to learn how to extend grace and extend mercy. So,
most definitely.
Yeah,
it's real now. Yep, Miss Mama here say, listen, you suffering also. She also said, moving on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What you got for us niggas? Well, we got that talk going.
Yeah, man. I want to talk about the importance of discipline, determination, and drive. I wanna encourage somebody that's watching this that may seem to be in a 360 spiral, to where the more you spin your tires. We talked about it a few weeks ago. We talked about motion but no movement. Yeah, I remember that talk. Well, your tires, you got motion on your tires, but you ain't going nowhere. Right. And the first thing you want to check in your car when you're trying to go is, are you in the right gear? Mm-hmm. Are you in drive? Right. Are you in the right gear? And to get yourself in the gear is to discipline yourself to understand that some things that I do has caused me to get into this situation. Mm-hmm. We could say debt. Yeah. Some of my own decisions caused me to be here. Definitely. So now I need to discipline myself to not make these same mistakes anymore. discipline is something that a lot of people run from.
True.
As a kid, worst thing you everybody hated whippings.
Yeah.
Everybody heard
Time out.
everybody hated it. Time out, punishment.
Yeah.
But those were to instill discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to put barriers or boundaries around yourself to know that, hey man, some of my problems are self-inflicted.
Definitely.
Could it be my choices in life? Could it be, the way that I'm, the way that I'm moving,
Mm-hmm.
the people that I'm hanging around.
Yeah.
It could be a plethora of things, but I want to tell somebody who's dealing with this, let's look at your discipline level. What I do, I'm a type of person, man, I randomly, you know me, bro, I randomly just call my body under subjection. I might just stop eating such and such for 20 days.
Yeah.
I might not have nothing, adult beverage for 6 months.
Right.
That's just me. Because I don't like nothing to be able to control me. I want to be able to discipline myself. Because if I don't have discipline, I won't be able to complete the task that God has for me. If you watch some of your favorite sports teams, those people have discipline to where they got to be to practice at a certain time. They sacrifice their mornings. They sacrifice their afternoons. They sacrifice this for now, for a later benefit.
Yeah.
If you're trying to save money and get out of debt, you got to sacrifice that impulse to go out to eat, or sacrifice that impulse to do your extracurricular activities. I won't call anybody out or say what anybody does,
Yeah.
and not to point fingers at anybody. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make myself be disciplined to the point where I'm not controlled by something.
Right.
And you got to discipline your mind.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
say, well, how do you discipline your mind? You got to feed your mind more than you feed your body.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to feed your mind with positive things. The reason why I believe that our latest generation is succumbing to all of the violence and all the negativity and all of the self-destruction is just because of what they partake.
Right.
I don't believe there's enough positive outlets or positive things that they can look at and see. They can't see because the positive stuff that they're getting is not coming from people that they look like, so they don't relate.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so important for you and a me to be able to run down in these schools, to be able to run down on a young fella and say, hey, homie, right? And they can look at us and see I drip right.
Yeah.
I
sure.
walk right, you know what I mean? Check right. We ain't in that lane. Mm-hmm. It's good over here too, because if I feed my child candy, sweets, and eventually, bro, he or she is gonna have trouble with their teeth.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But upon the intake, it's great because it's sweet, it's good, it's what I like. I don't want no vegetables. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it has a long-term effect, and I believe that's what our kids are tailoring to. So when I was talking about discipline, bro, it's like, I promise you, bro, for like the last 2-3 months, I probably ain't really listened. I don't even know the radio unless you or Swerve send me a song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really listen to that music. I don't really listen, and it's not saying there's nothing against that.
Right.
It's what I'm saying is I'm trying to realign my focus. I'm trying to realign what I intake, because what I'm regurgitating is only what I've eaten.
Yeah.
Or taken in. And I'm not talking physical, I'm talking metaphorically. So I got to get to the point where I feed my spirit more than I do my flesh.
Yeah, and scientifically, stuff that you listen to and watch definitely affects you. You know what I'm saying? It affects your mood. It affects how you think, what you want to do. Mm-hmm. If all you're listening to is kill, 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 of course you're going to want to kill.
It's a mantra.
Yeah.
It's a seance, for lack of better words.
It's kind of like hypnosis.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just like that. So now if that works on that spectrum, imagine what the positive could do.
Right.
If kill, kill, kill could make me want to kill, 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 what about if I listen at save, save, save? What if I listen at get closer to God? What if I listen at be the father that you were supposed to be? What if I read or look at shows or read books or read information that's encouraging me to be the husband that I'm supposed to be or be the spouse that I'm supposed to be? If the negativity has that much effect on the other spectrum, you gotta know that has the same thing.
Yeah.
It has the same pull.
Yeah.
But it's easier to eat candy. So like I was saying about eating candy got a negative, your teeth fall out. Well, eating right has some positive outcomes to you. You're healthy, good teeth, you know what I mean? Live longer, blood pressure lower, cholesterol down. You ain't got so many difference visits to the doctor.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You've got to come into a place of discipline. And I'm not speaking from a mountaintop when I talk about this. I'm not speaking from, hey, y'all need to do like I did. No, I'm speaking from a place of I'm climbing this mountain myself. And where we thought that there was no way up, I see a way.
Yeah, and because also too, it's different ways of discipline. Just getting up every morning to work your 9 to 5 is a form of discipline.
It's a discipline, bro.
Getting up to go to school, even for the youngest, bro. You had a chance to get dropped out of school and leave campus, but you didn't. You went to class. That's discipline.
Speaking of school, shameless plug, man. For me, I've been touring with God and trying to find out what's my next step in life. And I was talking to Long Live. What is
Live
it?
Life.
Live Life.
Yeah,
not my
Live
bad.
Life.
Charge it to my mind, not my heart. But he was saying about about the field that he was in. I was saying I was trying to get back in school, and I tried some stuff and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I tried to apply to a school and they didn't accept me. And for a second I felt like, dang, God, I could have sworn that's what you wanted me to do. And he was like, it was. Why it didn't happen? So I let that go. I applied to another, and thank God I got accepted into that school. So here in the near future, I'm gonna be going back to school to get my master's to try to help some another young individual. But I said that to say this: a lot of times we look for redemption in something big. In the Bible days, when these people before Jesus was born, they was looking for a Messiah. They was looking for a redeemer. And when they found him, he was a baby. You get what I'm saying? Now they, in their mind, I'm looking for this strong guy coming in on a horse, riding the horse, that's gonna save the world, and then I give you a baby. And you're like, man, what am I gonna do with this baby? But not understanding that baby will grow into what you need it to be.
Right.
I don't know who I'm speaking to tonight, but I would say this. If your blessing is in infant form, don't disregard it.
Yeah, most definitely.
It could be small right now. But if you let it grow, it'll be what you want to do. Opposed to you going over and trying to get something big and overlooking what was for you the whole time.
Yeah, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Most definitely, one of my biggest role models motivated me to be better. Oh, appreciate you too, Nell. You gotta look at it. I mean, I'm talking about Nell, bro. You gotta get to the point where you understand that it's not about what you see. That's what people are going to. People are going to their vision. They're going to what they see. And if I could, that's why people chase these little dreams, bro. And they won't chase what was supposed to be because I don't see myself doing that.
Right.
But it ain't about me, bro. I ain't see myself making it this far. I can remember being a young fella, didn't thinking I was gonna make it to C21 because of how I was living. Yeah. But I was also inspired by Tupac, where he said, "What if I'm a little C23?" In his rap, and that kind of set in on me. So, and I knew how I was living, and I knew how he was supposed to be living. So maybe that's my life expectancy. But as I got older, I'm saying, no. Then I had my son, and I gotta be here.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful about what you intake, man, and be careful about how you perceive what you what you're looking for.
Yeah.
That was the discipline aspect of it.
And I also too want to say, if with discipline, be disciplined to stay on track. with your life.
Mm-hmm.
To elaborate on that, I want to say, like, a lot of people, and I was one of those people at one point I get discouraged with something I'm doing because I feel like I don't have support. But lately, I've learned nobody's gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, no matter how bad it may seem, it could go down to one viewer right now, but I'm so confident in myself now to the point to where I'm still gonna talk my talk, and I know y'all gonna come back and view it later.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta keep that in your mind, like no matter what, always believe in yourself, because if you don't motivate yourself, you got yourself nothing.
We talked about this on the road. It's a thing called intrinsically motivated or extrinsically motivated.
Yeah, I remember that talk.
Intrinsic motivated people are people that seek motivation from in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
An extrinsic motivated person needs validation or motivation for something outside of themselves.
Most definitely.
And if you live for the cheers, you'll die by the boos.
I just put that on Instagram yesterday.
Yeah, if you live by the cheers, you'll die by the boos. But if I'm intrinsically motivated, regardless of what you do, regardless of what you say, I know my purpose. And because I've tapped in with the purposer.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? People are tapping into this social media and all of these things, and that's where they're getting their validation from. I want to tap in on something you said, bro. You said something very profound. You said, bro, if I don't believe in me,
nobody will.
Nobody will.
Mm-hmm.
But belief is this, bro. Whatever situation that seems locked to you, God has given you the key. And the key is belief. You say, what's belief? The key is faith. And if you believe it enough, you can take your key of faith and stick it in that locked door and open the door and access what you've been longing for the whole time.
And it's crazy that you say that because, on the way back on the road, a little situation pop out. Mm-hmm. You see me, I get in my mood, I get silent.
Mm-hmm.
And, you sit back, you take your nap, you come back, I'm still silent. I'm over here in my head. You look at me, you take your cup. It needed to happen. Thinking about the beast that you be when you in an uncomfortable situation. Man, I said that hit so hard, came back, and yeah. So it's just like, you just gotta really know what you can do, and sometimes you'll forget because you get too caught up. You'll get too caught up in the hype, too caught up in the lights, or you'll just get too comfortable sometimes. Mm-hmm. People get content every day. And it's just like you can be so much more, but sometimes you just need a reminder to put that, to fuel your fire.
You find out who you are in your worst times.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody can walk up to somebody and steal them and drop them, bam, and knock them out. So now you find out when you're back against the wall, there's 4 of y'all and there's 1 of me, and I'm gonna get myself out this corner.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't mean literally, metaphorically. I feel like I do my best work
under pressure.
When everything coming against me, because I've learned. This is the key. I've learned when I don't have help, I have help.
Yeah.
And when I'm back against the wall, I tend to rely on my help more than I do when I'm out front.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes God has to allow you to stay with your back against the wall so you can realize where your help comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when everything's right and all the bills are paid and you got extra dollars in your pocket and the wife good and the family good and then you tend to be a little more reckless.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in those times where everything is tight right now.
Mm-hmm.
The discipline sets in.
Most definitely.
You see what I'm saying? And it leads me to my next D. Is determination. Regardless of what it looks like, you got to be determined to make it happen.
Most definitely.
You can't give up. One thing I'm inspired by. I'm inspired by my wife, man. I see her all the time, man.
Shoot, we gotta hold up. My bad. I don't mean to cut you, but we got a few comments. We've been going in. For the 12% say that you gotta be your biggest motivator. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Was it? Okay.
No, that's Brandon. What we just said. That's my other sister right there. What up?
Okay, yeah.
What up, baby?
Mama Harris still tapping in. Oh, Remy, what up with it? He said, "Yo, what's good, fam? Keep it up." Most deaf, man. People could change. And got Jay on there telling us talk that talk. She was actually working with us when we was at the Talk to the Kids, Kingdom of Life.
Okay. We helping serve the food.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. And my god sister, she's the dean over there at that school. Hey sis, she the dean over there at that school. Shout out to my god sister, Dr. Torres.
Okay.
That's one of my biggest inspiration, man. Her and I, we chop up, we get in that word, man. Sometimes, man, we might throw each other for a loop for sometimes, but we preach each other happy.
Most definitely.
You know, she inspires me to study. She was one of the spearheads that helped me get on this journey to get back in school. And I want to, publicly thank her. Remy said we got to get her on here. All right, Remy, we gonna see.
Oh yeah. Man, that's Remy, man. He do the Italian Ice now, but man, Remy was a.
Oh well, no.
Remy Gaines, he
Italian Ice.
Yeah, up in he moved to Baltimore, but
okay.
He's real big on the people can change. He was a hard head.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm all about somebody being able to tell their story. But listen, I want to, we running out of time. I want to get to this determination factor. I want to tell somebody that's watching this, man, hey man, you could be whatever you want to be, as long as you believe and you walk towards it.
Most definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Like right now, bro, there's a wall right here in front of us, but I want to get outside. I could tear down the wall. Yeah. But discipline will have me walk the way that I need to. See, tearing down the wall is taking the fast route. I'm potentially going to run into something through that wall that's going to hinder my progress. Yeah. But if I take the proper route, if I stop trying to rely on the streets, if I stop trying to rely on scamming people, if I stop trying to rely on using people's sympathy to get what I need, or playing up on somebody's heart, and walk the correct route. Bro, if I walk out this door, walk up those steps, down that hall, I can get out the door. Yeah. But I gotta be determined to know that this fast way is only gonna lead me to destruction. Yeah, that's kind of like people, say you right here, corner store, maybe a half a mile down the street. Yeah, you can waste gas, drive down there, risk getting into a car accident, whatever. Or just take you a cool little walk, which is also beneficial to your health. Hey man, that's what I'm trying to say. And the last thing is drive. I was speaking about my wife, man. One thing I learned about that lady there, man. That lady there driven, bro. Oh yeah, man, hustle out this world. Man, she I've always been a hustler. I could sell water to a well because I've always had the gift of gab. You let me talk to you long enough, I'm gonna say you what I want to say. Thanks. But I've seen her face adversity, and through the adversity, and I know that she goes through. I know that she's feeling what she's feeling. You know what I mean? But that girl get up every day and come up with an idea. Oh, popping with PayPay. Oh, baby, you want to do popping with PayPay? The first popping with PayPay merch. I'm gonna sponsor that. Or baby, you wanna cook food? I'm going to the grocery store. Or baby, you wanna sell a drink? I'm going to. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not about me. It's about her drive. Yeah. Because she has drive to get up. Cause she could be home sleep. Cause she ain't gotta worry about if the lights come on or not. She ain't gotta worry about if you know what I mean. If the man gonna knock on the door and say we gotta get out, that ain't her problem. Right. You feel what I'm saying? As a man, that's what I'm gonna do. But I love her drive to where she get up every day and make a way. Yeah. You feel? And it's I see it rubbing off on my daughter. That Patience gonna go and get her some money. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying money is everything. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. But she gonna make sure she get in and make something happen. And that's what I aspire about. I mean, that's what I admire about my wife is that's where that drive part comes from. I think my wife probably her drive is probably unmatched. I done been around a lot of people, bro. I done been around a lot of, successful people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. Pharmaceutical people. And her drive is like some of the top people, and I'm inspired by that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I'll admit that I get in my head a lot of times, and if I run into a wall, sometimes it's easy for me to get discouraged. But if I look over and see that she got way more to be discouraged by than me, you feel what I'm saying? And she still get up and do it. That's the importance of having a relationship and having somebody that you can love. Every day ain't gonna be sunny. That's real. And it's gonna rain some days, but guess what? We're gonna get wet together. Yeah, most definitely. It's gonna be cold sometime. But I'm gonna get next to you and you gonna get next to me and we gonna warm each other up.
No, that's
But
right.
then it's gonna get hot. And we're gonna have to take off some stuff.
Had to back up a little bit.
So, listen, we're gonna have to take off, we're gonna have to put off some of the stuff that's making us hot.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know, man, I'm really inspired by this conversation tonight, man. It's already after 10. We say we was gonna go
Yeah,
to
man.
10, man.
9
So
to 10.
shout out to the Black Effect Podcast Festival up there with Charlamagne the God, bro. If Charlamagne could hear this, bro, I was really inspired. I really love what went on up there. Me and Nep had a great time. To anybody we reached out to up there at the podcast, y'all got one of the flyers. Y'all talked to us.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for listening and, you know, tap in.
Most definitely.
Again, shout out to the boy Jameer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see somebody
definitely.
tag my god sister Marcella too. So if you see this later on, TT, I love you.
I'm gonna give
Appreciate your motivation.
give a old shout out to old Jess Hilarious, man. I love they put you on the show, man.
Oh
That's-
yeah, it's just funny. Just
Yeah.
funny. And then what's the young lady? Talk back.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
talk
The
back
first
part.
two chicks that
Yeah,
came on.
that she took a picture with us and
Yeah.
shout out to you. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely,
Shout out to
most
Talk Back and I'm gonna speak stuff into existence. Like right now, Raw Table Talk is small in your eyes, but we speak greatness.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
And we're not doing this for popularity. We're not doing this for accolades or income. We're doing it to.
I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate every person that I do have an encounter with and I hear Raw Table Talk. It sounds so much better than the boy on the mud shot. It sounds so much better, man. And you know, that just let me know we doing something right. We gonna keep it going. We ain't stopping, you know.
Yeah, man.
We
So
here.
you know,
Man,
Raw
we
Table
appreciate
Talk, man.
y'all.
I got my host, man.
Yo, yeah, man, Big Hot, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. We got
I'm your co-host Dirt, man, and I appreciate y'all for checking in, man. To everybody that commented, love y'all. Y'all stay tuned, man. Greatness is on the horizon.
hey, see y'all next week.
Yo.
Oh yeah. Before I cut it off, Jay, I see that comment. Thank y'all for this talk. This really motivated me. Hey.
Oh, that's what we do. You know what, man? At the
I
end of
ain't gonna
church,
lie. Jay is one of the most hardest working mothers I know since I met her. 5 kids and don't ask for no handouts.
hey man, shout out to you, Jazz. You know what? It's and before before we leave, man, we're gonna do 2 things. And before they end church, man, you know, you always want to know, or when the preacher preaches, want to know, man, did that help anybody? And it's like an altar call, man. She say 7. Don't
I'm
knock
sorry,
it
Jay.
down.
Dog, I'm sorry. Don't beat me
Straight up. But to know that it reached one person, it was worth it.
Most definitely.
It was worth it. And I want to do this, man, before we leave, man. I just want to pray for anybody that may have been talking to or maybe in that spiral and may not know how to get yourself out and things aren't looking up. I want to take this time to just pray for whoever may be watching it and whoever may need that.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? So
Most definitely.
let's bow our head. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we first come to you and we say thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for the ears and eyes and the viewers that are on. But Lord, I ask you to search the comments, search the viewers, and Lord, find out our needs. Lord, you're a God that meets us where we are. Lord, you went to where Lazarus was and raised him from the dead. Lord, you went to Jairus' house, Lord. You went to Zacchaeus' house. Lord, you did all these things. You met the lady at Samaria at the well. You met her where she was. So, Lord, meet us where we are right now. Help us if we're lost, if we're in that motion but no movement stage of our lives. Open our eyes that we may see what you see. Open our eyes that we may see you like you see us, and open our ears that we may hear what you say. Lord, we love you, and by faith we're believing that today was today, but tomorrow will be better. Lord, we love you and we praise you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Also,
Shout out.
I want to say too, man, we just successfully recorded our first Spotify audio podcast. So we on Spotify, y'all. Y'all can tap in any other
We
way.
going up.
yeah, we on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I need, if y'all, anybody need like one-on-one or y'all feel like y'all want to reach out privately, man, feel free to tap in, hit the DM. If y'all need to holler at Whoa, I'll deliver the message. And y'all let him know he need to start doing Motivation Mondays, man. I done told him that, but
Yeah, he right, but you know, I'm gonna do it. I ain't got no excuse. We gonna motivate on Mondays.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I drop daily affirmations every day on Instagram, man. Raw Table Talk. If you need some words to start your day, I do it every day. Whatever on my mind, I drop it. It be positive. They tap in with it. So, we going up, man. We doing bigger and better things, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep